Embracing our differences and being proud of them instead of trying to fit in and trying to be like everybody else. What if we actually embraced our differences? What if we embraced the different things that make us great, that make us stand out, instead of constantly trying to fit in, constantly trying to be like everybody else, trying to be like the popular kids at school, trying to be like everybody else at work? What if those little differences, those little quirks, those little things that cause us to be looked at a little bit strange or weird, what if we took hold of those, embraced them, and actually celebrated and enjoyed the fact that we're not exactly like everybody else? And so that was one of the underlying concepts of doing these pieces. Over the weekend, I was at an amazing convention for Scares That Care, and it's just an awesome charity that supports children as well as breast cancer survivors and burn victims. But I started doing these pieces because I wanted to do my own version of monsters or characters or creatures that were a little bit different. They weren't the standard that everybody sees and is viewed. So I started thinking about some of the kids that I work with, whether adding on, a breathing tube or a trachea or feeding tube, oxygen mask, a BiPAP, a halo, neck brace, those types of things. Things that some of them have to go through, and some of them are a little bit more, some of them are more permanent than others. But the fact that these kids still have an amazing amount of joy, and they just go through it, and it doesn't take away from who they are. They still go after everything. And so I came up with these three characters to kind of start out and just sketching and having fun and seeing what I could make. And so the first one here is a little vampire character, in which I have a little feeding tube here, which would technically be filled up with blood, but just making a cute little character that stands out a little bit more. For the Gillman type of monster, I did a little breathing tube apparatus, which would be filled with water. And then the last one I did over the weekend was this little werewolf, and which I was going to do a halo and then connect it to a neck brace. All three of these characters were things that I wanted to have fun. I wanted them to be cute and to be characters that you would just look at and just be inspired by. And so I think with this one I definitely did that. The Gillman is a cool sketch, and I actually do like the way it turned out. However, I want to play around with another idea to see if I can bump it up a notch, get it a little bit more characteristic type. And then the werewolf, I just wasn't really feeling it. I got the concept down, however, it just wasn't coming together. And so these were all just sketches. They were all just meant to have fun, meant to explore the idea. So even something like this that didn't turn out too great, I'm not really too crazy about, it still serves its own purpose because it's something that I can kind of build from. There's certain things in here I might like that I can add on to a new piece that I do, but it really gets the concept across. Now this one was the first one, and I actually think I nailed it with the character. I love the expression, the features, the way it looks, especially adding on the hair at the last minute, because I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it just didn't look kid and friendly enough to me. And so that kind of bumped it up. But yeah, so like I said, the purpose of this is to celebrate everybody. Everybody is different in their own ways. Some people are a little bit more physical than others. And a lot of us have our own internal quirks, little things that we do, different ways we think, different ways we act, different things that we like. And what if, instead of everybody trying to be, I should fit in with that group, or where do I fit in with this group, or I want to be more like them. What if we actually embraced our differences and actually appreciated them? Because when you really think about it, everybody loves what's different about you. Everybody loves what's different about other people. They enjoy having some similarities, but they would not want a clone of you. Nobody would want to hang out with like 10 clones of themselves, because you'd all be thinking the same things, you'd all be saying the exact same things. It would get boring really quick. So every single one of us needs to make sure we bring out those differences and share them with the world. So that's my message for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think about my special inclusion monsters, and we're going to see what I can do. This one is definitely something I want to keep playing with and create into something. These two are good sketches to kind of share the concept and see where I'm trying to go with them. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to learn more, check out my other videos. Also, look me up on Patreon. I will share a link in the comments, and that basically just supports the project, supports all the little heroes that I create. And then I'm also working on some courses, which I'll leave a link. Every single one of us has the creativity, the imagination within us, and every single one of us can do this. So check that out, get inspired, go out there, get creative, and have fun with it.